Hey everyone, it's the Sparkle Girl, okay Sparkle. So today I'm going to talk about the BFG. No, not the Disney, the BFG, but the original BFG, the film. Although it's not really the original as you guys may believe or not, but I believe that the BFG is originally a book by Roald Dahl, and let's just say that's where we get the film from. Well, let's just say I have to admit, 1989, the BFG is just one of the best films to like, and now since the 80s until nowadays, well, you can't possibly blame you or anything, but I do like the BFG or stuff like that. So, but I don't mind the Disney version of the BFG. It was okay to be fair, but for me, I just stick with the original film. Yeah, let's just say it's because it's an animation film, so you can't possibly blame me for liking animation. Although, let's just say I may be a grown up, but it doesn't matter because you can like whatever you guys like, you know? So it doesn't matter how old you are. I mean, you're still allowed to watch whatever you like to watch. So, like I said, it doesn't matter how old are you or anything. You can watch whatever you like to watch or what is that is your favorite, you know? And to those who say you can't, just ignore them because they have no idea what they're talking about. So, well, sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't because sometimes they just don't know without realizing that it might upset you and it bothers you, something like that. So let's not get too far about it, but let's just say that the BFG is just one of the best things, like from your childhood and something like that. So let's just say that the BFG just, well, like I said, one of the best animation films since in the 80s. Yes, something like that. And I do remember having a DVD of it. Well, two uh, DVDs of the BFG, to be honest. And let's just say, uh, if I remember correctly, the cover of the DVD did used to give me the spooks. Can't possibly blame me or anything. It's just the way the picture looks of with the BFG smiles and looking at you, like stuff like that. But you can't possibly blame me or anything. It's just the way I was as a kid, something like that. But let's just say, nah, something like that. But I'm actually over it now. But sometimes it can remind me how I used to get scared of it as a kid. But you can't possibly blame me or anything. But that's just how I used to be. Yeah. So let's just say there are also a few good moments in the film, and there are also a few moments that can be a bit scary. But let's just say that there are some most people who seem to be scared of the BFG when they were kids, when the film came out and all that, or watched it on the VHS or DVD or whatsoever. But you can't possibly blame them, and I'm included. Like, I don't like the actual beginning of the film. Let's just say it's just the way it starts with the theme tune, the titles, and all that, until it actually brings you to um the village or something. And that's where we'll meet Safi, the orphanage girl. Let's just say she is a cute little girl and that, but in my personal opinion about what Safi did in the beginning of the film, she shouldn't be wake up on that time of night. I mean, although that's just how the film works, because it wouldn't be a film now, would it, if Safi went back to sleep? Well, tell me about it. But sometimes I wouldn't imagine it. Like, if Siri never met the BFG, it wouldn't be the movie at all, would it? So, let's not think about that. But let's just say, Sophie is a good character, to be fair, and she kind of reminds me of my own best friend, Sophie. Yeah, well, you guys already know my best friend Sophie anyway. Well, some of you, like almost everyone. And well, it is kind of obvious for me because with the same name. Except my best friend Sophie doesn't wear glasses like the Sophie from the BFG. Well, But although it may, I do kind of have this. Well, let's just say I kind of consider having my own visual of the BFG one day, and having my best friend Sophie playing the character Sophie. Imagine that. And I bet Sophie will be interested if she wants to. Yeah, I bet she would. And I promise you guys, it will be the greatest idea ever. Well, my original, although it's not really my original because it's Roald Dahl. But it doesn't matter though, because anyone can make their own fanfics. But yeah. Okay, so like I said, in the beginning of the film, I never liked it that much because I did used to find it scary as a kid, especially when you see the BFG in in his cloak and you can't really see his face like fully. It's just the way he looked when you can't see his actual face at the time. And I was like, oh my god, really? That scared me. I'm like, I was really terrified. And that used to give me nightmares. I mean, I keep getting bad dreams of that as a kid. You can't possibly blame me or anything, but it did. Literally did happen as a kid. But not anymore, of course. But as a kid, when I used to live in a different house, in a different road area, stuff like that, I used to get nightmares of the BFG coming to my house, kidnapping me. Well, you can't possibly blame me or anything for that because that's what kids can do sometimes when you watch something and you believe those things can be real, even though they're not real because it's an animation cartoon thing. Well, let's just say it's just the way us people are like when we were younger. I mean, because well, let's just say, can I just get this correction? Sometimes kids can't always understand things or what's going on because that's what we were used to uh, be like when we were younger. If you remember, like, well, you probably know what I mean if you know what I mean, something like that. So yeah, I don't like those other giants because they're just so evil and they look so creepy, especially the leader. I know his name. I think his name was Flesh Peter. Yeah, I don't like him that much. He just scares me, especially the uh Blood Butler. Ugh, tell me about it. Especially that very scene where we all meet the Blood Butler when he went into BFG's cave. The way he just enters the cave, like where he just rolls and that literally gave me a right of fright, like jump scare. Well, tell me about it. Ugh. And the same thing after he throws the BFG right next to his bed, and then he went and the way the blood butler went like literally come to towards the screen, like he wanted to go right come to your face. I don't like that one bit. Uh-uh. Especially when you see him almost kill Sophie by eating the snus combo. I mean, and the way that the sound of the crunch when he literally swallowed the snus combo, although he actually kind of well spat it all out, which is kind of good, is it? Well, I would say it is because I was I wouldn't dare think about if Sophie ever got killed like that. Right? I mean, that would be terrifying. I mean, I don't want to go through any details about that because I don't want to talk about things that are horror, because that's not my thing. Okay, so there are some deep scenes that are my favorites, like when the BFG and Saber are in the dream world, and that's where you guys can obviously know that's where my favorite song coming from. Some sometimes secretly, yeah. I just love that song so much. It's just so catchy. It brings so many memories of the film, and yeah, tell me about it. Yeah. Mm. And And yeah, and if I had to admit, and I also never liked the scene where, where after the BFG and Sophie put the dream into a little boy. And that's where well, flesh, uh, flesh lump Peter nearly, like, literally nearly was gonna eat a poor little boy. I mean, thank God for Sophie, because thankfully, Sophie literally stopped him by saying, no, something like that. And until we all get to meet the Queen. Yeah, because I remember that scene so well when the BFG puts the dream into the Queen's head so she can know the story of what's really happening back in the giant country. Ugh, tell me about it. That gave me the heebie-jeebies as a kid as well. Ugh. Okay, so don't get me wrong. The Queen from the BFG, I don't know whether if she is either Queen Victoria or Queen Elizabeth II. I would say Queen Elizabeth II because she does looks a bit like Queen Elizabeth II anyway. I mean, when she was younger at the time. I would say the BFG could be based in the 20s, I think. God knows. Yeah, something like that. Sadly, we did kind of lost our queen anyway last year. And yeah, it was sad, wasn't it? I mean, it was pretty sad that we lost our lovable queen. I mean, like I said, it was sad. But don't worry, because we are having a new king this year, King Charles, and that is Queen Elizabeth II's eldest son. Well, you can't have a world without queen or king now, can we? I mean, well, I don't know whether um, I don't know. I keep getting confused of who's really in charge of the BF. I mean, sorry, England. Either the government or the royal family. Tell me about it. Yeah. But I would say this. I don't think it's really that matter who's really in charge of the United Kingdom. Because I do have respect for royal family anyway, and I do have respect for the governments too. You know? So it doesn't really that matter who's in charge really, because the United Kingdom is the best country to ever live in. You know? And to those from the United States, I'm pretty sure you will understand because we can't have the world without, you know, the royal family because the royal family are very important. But to those who have this sort of dislike towards the royal family, I would like to ask you to please show and give them some respect, no matter how you hate whatever. But I will respect your opinion or anything, but I will handle your opinion, that's what I mean. But still, I think, well, I wish you all just please respect. So, yeah, let's just say the BFG. I, I do like the BFG himself because he is a good character, and let's just say he is a true hero, and let's just say that even though what he did at the beginning of the film, like kidnapping Sophie, I know that's really wrong, but it wouldn't be a film or a book if he had never kidnapped Sophie, now would it? You know? Hmm. Okay, okay. Well, that's all I'm saying. And they also feed funny bits. Like, well, if I had to remember correctly, in the Disney version, when they're in the Royal Kingdom Castle and that, yeah, let's just say it's kind of awkward. Hmm, they kind of get that kind of bot joke. Well, can't possibly blame me for liking bot jokes sometimes. I do sometimes find it pretty annoying sometimes, it depends, but it is kind of funny, you know? like from Scooby-Doo. Tell me about it. Well, you can't possibly blame me anyway, or my best friend Sophie for liking these kind of jokes because, meh, can't get away with these fart jokes now, can they? Hmm, especially these three dogs. I mean, the way they just farted across the, the ground and all that. Oh my god, really? I just remember seeing that film with my dad and my sister back in 2016. Yeah. Oh well, I'll leave you guys to it. And if you want to share your thoughts on the BFG, don't be hesitate to do so in the comments. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe, give it a like, and press the notification bell to receive my video every day. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye everyone.